And we welcome you inside Millett Hall, the campus of Miami University here in Oxford, Ohio. A little Saturday matinee men's basketball action. It features the Miami RedHawks taking on the Bellarmine Knights from the Atlantic Sun Conference here on this Saturday afternoon from Millett. Patrick Geshan with you. So glad you are with us on your Saturday afternoon here on RedHawk Radio as a pretty decent crowd fills into Millett Hall for this matinee matchup. Bellarmine 5-7 overall. They've yet to play a game in the Atlantic Sun Conference, coming off a 78-64 loss at South Dakota on Wednesday. Bellarmine was Division II up until last season. They switched to Division I, so this is their second Division I season as a member of the ASUN Conference. Bellarmine out of Louisville, Kentucky. They finished second in the ASUN last year, one win behind Liberty, a Bellarmine team that had a lot of success in the 2010s in the D2 ranks. They won multiple national championships, so switching to D1, it's been quite a crazy year for Bellarmine as well. A lot of sickness on the team. They've had problems with that, but also the travel this year. This is Bellarmine's shortest road trip of the season, just coming up to Oxford from Louisville. They've already been out west to Washington State to play Gonzaga. They played UCLA in Las Vegas. They've been to Morgantown to play West Virginia. They were in South Dakota on Wednesday, and they've also played number 7 ranked Purdue on the road. A Bellarmine team that has certainly been challenged this year, and the majority of their wins have come against Division III opponents. Bellarmine 0-6 on the road this season. Miami 5-4 overall. They have yet to play in a MAC game this year, coming off that 89-76 loss at Clemson on Tuesday. The RedHawks trying to bounce back from a 4-game losing streak this afternoon. Let's get our starting lineups and national anthem ahead of our game this afternoon and join the Millett Hall public address.
Between the Bellarmine Knights and your Miami RedHawks. And now let's meet this afternoon's starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Knights of Bellarmine. Wearing number 1, Justin Betts. Number 2, Alec Freed. Wearing number 13, Dylan Penn. Number 25, CJ Fleming. And wearing number 42, Kurt Hope. Tonight's assistants are both Raymond Aldridge and Doug Davenport. The head coach of Bellarmine is Scott Davenport.
Let's go, Red
All right, so there are your starters for the Miami RedHawks. Just to repeat, Makai Larry will start, Day-Day Grant, Precious Aya, Delonte Brown, Myjay White. For Bellarmine, we'll have Justin Betts, Alec Freem, CJ Fleming, Kurt Holf will get the start for Bellarmine, as well as Dylan Penn, the starting 5 for the Knights. So Bellarmine wearing these maroon uniforms with a gray stripe down each side. They have Bellarmine across the front in white with the white numbers on the front and back. Miami is wearing their white uniforms with the Miami across the front in red, the red number on the front, the red number on the back. As they enter Delonte Brown at half court right now before the tip-off of Miami. Brown broke the record for career games played in a Miami uniform in the loss to Clemson on Tuesday down south. So they are honoring him with a special ball at half court. He and Jack Owens are doing a little ceremony, and they're giving him a nice standing ovation here inside Millett Hall at the moment. So 127 career games played, his first all-time in a Miami uniform for Delonte Brown. He broke that record, and they give him a very nice ceremony and ovation here inside Millett. Well-deserved moment for Delonte Brown, one of kind of the all-time players in this program. If you look at it from a statistical standpoint, he's already in the 1,000-point club, one of 35 Miami players to do that. And of course, has broken all kinds of records with career games played, sort of milestones like that throughout his career. So Brown, the leading rebounder on the team right now, will get the start for the RedHawks after that ceremony. Mentioned the uniforms each team is wearing. Miami, their home whites. Bellarmine wearing those maroon uniforms. RedHawks move right to left across your radio here in our first half. And it's actually a pretty good crowd on hand for a Miami basketball game at Millett. You got each side fairly filled up, actually, especially the far side, the benches side here at Millett. A lot of fans are in the stands in the lower bowl. And Bellarmine traveled pretty well, too, with their fans sitting behind the Bellarmine bench to my left. A lot of maroon in the crowd today as well. That helps. So waiting for TV to give us the signal to begin this game. They should start very momentarily here from Millett Hall in Oxford. This is Miami's first home game since December the 1st when they lost by a point to Cincinnati. I mentioned Bellarmine's long stretch of road games that they have played this year. They played now 7 on the road, including today, and 4 at home in Louisville. Our opening tip-off will feature Miami's Delonte Brown against Bellarmine's Kurt Hof, who is a freshman at 6'8", 220 from Montgomery, Indiana. Brown, of course, standing at 6'7", 215 from Toledo. The opening tip kind of contested. Players fight for it on the floor, but it ends up in the hands of the RedHawks. And Makai Larry will take it over the timeline, middle of the floor for Miami to start on offense here in the game. The game is on from Millett. Dana Grant will take it top of the key around the arc. Feed it near wing for a 3 ball. Myjai White will sink that for the RedHawks, and the game's first bucket puts Miami up 3-0. That comes 22 seconds in. Bellarmine moving left to right. They'll work it around the arc in their first offensive possession of the far wing. Alec Freeman will pass it near side. Here's Dylan Penn with the ball. He's outside the arc for Bellarmine. Feeds it top of the key. Betts working far corner. CJ Fleming back up top. Freeman. Now near wing with 8 to shoot. Outside the arc, Hof. The pass inside. Right edge of the paint. Spin around jumper. That's sunk by C.J. Fleming, a LaSalle graduate from Cincinnati. And he makes it 3-2 Miami. About a minute into our first half. RedHawks in offense again. White kicks it far wing. Wide open look for 3. Brown too hard. And Dylan Penn down with a Bellarmine rebound. He'll feed ahead near side. Fleming hits the brakes outside the arc. Back for Dylan Penn. Far side is Betts, back up top of the key for Hof. Now near corner outside the arc is Dylan Penn. 15 to shoot. Ben takes his time. Free, top of the key. C.J. Fleming, back for Betts. Near wing, they bounce it to the right side of the post. Dylan Penn works his way. McLogue in the paint. 3 to shoot. Left wing 3 ball. A little too strong that time off the hands of Alec Freeman. They fight for the rebound. It's tipped around by multiple players on each side, and we get a foul whistled here with 18:27 left in the first. It'll be against Bellarmine, I believe, and Justin Betts, their redshirt senior from New Albany, Indiana. It'll be the first foul of the game. There's contact by Betts on some Miami players fighting for the rebound under the RedHawk hoop. So Miami, the inbound for their own baseline. They'll take it over the timeline to the offensive end. Precious Aya, top of the key with the ball for Dana Grant. He's fouled. As contact, Grant trying to move around the defender, and Kurt Hof gave him a little body shove there. That'll be another Bellarmine foul to put Miami on the near baseline of their offensive end for the inbound. It'll be Brown to send it in top of the key here to Makai Larry. 16 to shoot for the RedHawks. Precious Aya, right wing, outside the arc, gives it up for Dana Grant. He will hit the brakes, fire off a right wing three. Another too hard one. We get a foul on Miami on that rebound as Brown came in, reached in on Alec Freem, the Bellarmine player, trying to go after it. Too much there, according to the referee, from Delonte Brown for Miami's first foul of the contest here tonight, or this afternoon. So Bellarmine inbounds, 3-2 RedHawk lead, just over 2 minutes into our first half. It's Alec Freem near wing for Justin Betts. Inside the arc, takes it through the paint to the far side. Floater shot there, missed in and out. And down to the rebound, Myjai White for Miami. White kicks it far wing. Brown works it near side, outside the arc. Larry trying to drive his way through the paint. Gets a shot off. Contact there. Justin Betts got his hand in to knock it away. A great block for Bellarmine. And it goes out of bounds on the baseline. Miami will inbound here, stay with the ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 17:34 to go in the first half. We'll get a Miami substitution on this stoppage as Eli McNamara will check in to replace Precious Aya, currently the center. Larry will inbound near side of the Miami baseline on the offensive end of the floor. Gets it into Dane Grant, works it around the arc. We're going to whistle for a foul on Bellarmine now, as Grant was outside trying to work his way to the far wing. Kurt Hof will pick that one up for Bellarmine for his second. And Hof will have to be taken out here. Coming in for the Knights is Sam DeVault, the junior from Evansville, Indiana. Miami inbound with 20 to shoot. Top of the key, Larry. Far wing, Myjai White. 3-2 RedHawks on top. McNamara to the near wing. Here is Larry, who will walk it up top of the key. 8 to shoot, near wing. Feed to White. 3 ball, short. They tip the rebound out to the paint. Bellarmine with it. Fast break the other way. Penn up the right wing, hits the brakes. Outside the arc through the Mac logo in the paint. Kicks a pass left wing. That was to nobody in the area. And it goes out of bounds near the RedHawk bench. Ball headed back to Miami on the night turnover. 17:08 left here in the opening half. Inbound for Brown to Makai Larry. Give and go with Dane Grant. Now it's Brown to the far wing for Eli McNamara. Brown top of the key, charges in, left wing feed. Myjai White had a wide open three look, but then goes to the right side for Larry's wide open three. That was short off the rim. And it's Betts with a rebound back up the floor for Bellarmine. Justin Betts kicks it left wing. Up top with it, Fleming. He'll drive his way to the lane. Kick it out right side to Dylan Penn. Back top of the key with it is Justin Betts. Here's DeVault. Right side of the elbow. Penn inside, right side of the paint is Freem trying to work his way on Brown. Kicked the pass out, but Freem took an extra step in doing so. Travel here on Bellarmine, and what is it? 3-2 game led by Miami. With 16:31 to go here in the first. And coming into the game for the RedHawks, Coleman Lance will get the inbound from Delonte Brown, and Miami back up the floor here on offense. Coleman Lance, the point guard, over the timeline, middle of the floor, takes it right wing in three-point territory. Down to the far corner, cross-court pass. This to Myjai White. His three ball too long. An offensive rebound corralled here by Delonte Brown, left side of the paint. Brown with a pass outside the arc, left wing. Coleman Lance through the Mac logo in the paint. He got fouled on a reach in there by a Bellarmine player. I believe they get number 25, CJ Fleming, for that. It's his first, the fourth foul against Bellarmine as a team with 16:07 to go here in the first. Dane Grant will send the inbound in for the RedHawks. Near corner with it is Coleman Lance for Miami. He gets fouled. Trying to work his way up the floor from near the baseline, up the near wing. Sam DeVault that time with contact in the arm area. That's already team foul number 5 for Bellarmine. We're not even 4 minutes in yet to the first half. Got a lot of stoppages so far and only 2 buckets. Bellarmine will make a late sub in here. Bash Whelan will come in, the junior from Cincinnati, playing very close to his home high school of Lakota East this afternoon. Inbound top of the key, Coleman Lance finds Brown near wing outside the arc. Here's McNamara with it in the free throw line area. Kicks it over, Coleman Lance returns it. McNamara, the two-handed jam from the left side of the post. Beautiful give and go, and McNamara escapes the defensive coverage. 5-2 Miami, just over 4 minutes in. Top of the key is Fleming, near wing pass here to Whelan. Back up top of the key for Penn, far side for Freem. Here's Betts. Near wing in the corner with it is Dylan Penn for Bellarmine. 10 to shoot for the Knights. Far side three ball. This is Whelan. who throws it too far right, heads out of bounds to the baseline, and we'll get a Miami inbound here after this media timeout. 5-2 Miami over Bellarmine, 15:23 to go here in our first half from Millett, and this is Miami basketball on Red Hawk Radio.
Visit us at the main entrance for recordings.
15:23 remains in our first half here from Millett Hall in Oxford. Patrick Geshan with you on Red Hawk Radio. Thanks for spending a portion of your Saturday with us. It is a 5-2 Red Hawk lead by 3 points early on in the game. And Myjay White leading the scoring for all players so far in this low-scoring affair with 3 points. He had a 3-point bucket to be the first basket of the game. That was about 20 seconds into the contest this afternoon. Red Hawks with the ball here on the media timeout. The work at top of the key for David Grant. With 18 to shoot, he'll take it right wing and fire off just a random three. That's too far left. And they crash for the ball here in the corner. Rebound tie up for it. You have on the ground for Miami on the floor, James Beck. He got kind of tied up there with CJ Fleming at Bellarmine. They call a jump ball. The possession arrow currently sits with the Knights. And it will go back to them here with 15:03 to go in the first half. Dylan Penn takes it over the timeline, left point for Bellarmine. Knights working here on the near side. Bash Whelan up top of the key for CJ Fleming. And over on the wing is Alec Free. Up top, Betts, near wing, outside the arc, Dylan Penn. Back up top. For a pass to Whelan. He'll just kind of hold on. Now Whelan will take it near wing. Pass to the right side of the post. Give and go, and a nice play there for 2 points. Whelan the finish with the right hand off the glass. A give and go with Dylan Penn, right edge of the paint, and the Bellarmine offensive end. 5-4 Miami. Near wing Red Hawks with it outside the arc. James Beck kicks it over for Coleman Lance, top of the key. Right wing pass outside the arc. David Grant, Coleman Lance through the MAC logo in the paint. He got stripped of the ball, then it comes free. Red Hawks end up with it with a fresh shot clock here. 25 to shoot. Outside the arc right wing is Coleman Lance. You get a whistle here. He was holding on to the ball all alone. And I think we got a foul maybe called here. It's on the referee on the far side. Or maybe the shot clock didn't quite reset. I'm not sure. They got a Miami inbound here coming far side of their offensive baseline. The shot clock reset to 30, but they keep it at 24 after the whistle, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Anyway, the inbound at far corner, Larry, was fouled there for the reach in by Dylan Penn. So it'll be the 6th Bellarmine foul here of the first half. 14:07 left in it. Far baseline, Grant will send it in far corner for Precious Saya. Right wing outside the arc is Larry. He'll wait, pass it right side of the paint. Here's Aya through the MAC logo, spin around move. Right side of the post, off the glass for two. Precious Saya makes it 7-4 RedHawks. Here's Freem, works in near wing. Bellarmine on offense here, top of the key. Wheelan, wide open look three, decides to pass it left wing, though to the post, and there's a great finish. Left hand off the window for two. CJ Fleming for Bellarmine. Mentioned Fleming, the local kid out of LaSalle High School in Cincinnati. Near wing is Grant, outside the arc. RedHawks here on offense, and a 7-6 game led by Miami. McNamara right elbow for Precious Saya. Top of the key is Larry. To the near wing outside the arc, Coleman Lance floats a pass inside, picked off there by Wheelan. They'll feed it up the near wing, Justin Betts. It's the breaks outside the arc, right wing Bellarmine. Kicks it left elbow, the pass there went to the post from Alec Freem. Freem will kick this out to Betts, right wing three. Betts, a little too strong. Gonna move it to his left. Rebound picked up by Dane Grant, RedHawks up the floor. Grant to the near wing for Precious Saya, finds Larry. With 20 to shoot for the RedHawks, 12:50 left here in the first half. Larry top of the key, takes it down the right edge of the paint, hit the brakes there, pass near wing, tipped out of bounds, off a couple Bellarmine hands, en route to Isaiah Coleman Lance, standing in three-point territory on the near wing. McNamara is out, Delonte Brown is in for Miami. On this whistle with 12:45 to go here in the first half. Near wing feed for Larry outside the arc for the RedHawks, who are up 7-6. Larry right elbow, hit the brakes, back outside. The top of the key look for Coleman Lance, kicks it left wing. Three ball is good for way downtown, Dane Grant. He got that off with 3 to shoot, and it's 10-6 RedHawks. Finally, a three ball goes in. Miami really hasn't been too strong. 2 for 7 from three-point land today. After that, made three by Grant. Bellarmine on offense, 15 to shoot. Left wing with it is CJ Fleming. Near wing pass, Wheelan, three ball too far left. And Bellarmine's now 0 for 4 from outside the arc. Grant with it for Miami, through the paint charge. Near wing, wide open three. Coleman Lance too strong. The offensive rebound though to Delonte Brown. Kicks it out left wing. Here is Grant, three-point territory. Passes around the arc. Coleman Lance holds on with two hands. Back up top of the key. Grant launches a three. That's good for Dane Grant. Another one on the guard, Justin Betts, who is a step behind him. 13-6. RedHawks the largest lead of the game at 7 points so far. On top of the key with it, here's Bellarmine. This is Wheelan to the left side. Another three ball. That's good. Off the hands of Alec Freem. He's shooting for about 40% three-point territory so far this year. 13-9. RedHawk lead close to 4. 11:15 to go here in the first half. Larry to the near wing for Dane Grant. Grant with a right-handed dribble, 16 to shoot here. Far wing Larry, back up top Grant. Waits, shoots another three ball, why not? Now it's too strong from way downtown top of the key. Bellarmine in transition up the left wing. The ball slipped away though from Garrett Tipton. It's shoveled out into the scorer's table on the far side, out of bounds. I believe the RedHawks going to get this ball back here out of the timeout as it went off at Bellarmine hand, trying to move it up the far wing. So with 10:57 left here in our first half, we get a media timeout. 13-9, Miami over Bellarmine, and this is Miami basketball on RedHawk Radio. 10:57 remains here in our first half. 13-9 Miami over Bellarmine from inside Millett Hall. Patrick Geshan with you. Appreciate you joining us here for a portion of your Saturday afternoon. RedHawks have been kind of slow in the field goal shooting department to start. 5 for 14. They're 3 for 10 from outside the arc. Bellarmine 4 for 9 from the field, including 1 for 5 from three-point land today. RedHawks with the ball here, the timeout, so it does stay with Miami after they got chunked out of bounds before the media pause. And a spin-around play from Delonte Brown, right side of the post, that flew over the rim back to Bellarmine here in the Miami offensive end of the Knights working up the floor. Dylan Penn hit the brakes, top of the key, with a right side pass through the paint, and that's good off the glass for 2. Justin Betts, the finish with his left hand off the window, makes it 13-11 Miami. Coleman Lance, top of the key here for Brown. Far wing is Makai Larry outside the arc. On top of the key here for Brown. Near wing with it, Myjai White. Holds onto the ball, near side now Coleman Lance. Holds it above his head with 10 to shoot. Down low there for Delonte Brown, now it's 6 to shoot. He just holds onto it, steps back for a jumper. That's good, Delonte Brown 20 feet away with a jumper there. Makes it 15-11 Miami. Off balance too, moving backward. Bellarmine in offense here, far wing with it. Zach Jennings to the corner. Dylan Penn works here on White. Penn turns his back to the hoop, starts stride to charge his way forward, but a foul whistle here. A little reach in on Myjai White for Miami. It's White's first. The second as a team for the RedHawks here in the opening half with 9:43 to go in it. And Bellarmine will inbound here, far side of the baseline, and their offensive end, Justin Betts, will send it in. I don't know why we get a little pause here. Referee talking to both head coaches. That's resolved. Betts fires it far away, 20 to shoot for Bellarmine. We get a whistle here for an offensive violation. Getting the inbound pass was Bash Whelan, and then all of a sudden he got whistled for something. Oh, it's a RedHawk foul. I beg your pardon. Delonte Brown picks it up. So it must have been contact over there on the far wing where Brown was. And now they're going to have to review it. You get 2 of the officials going over to the scores table to look at this play. I didn't see anything too major over there in terms of contact. In fact, I didn't really even see the foul. I thought it was pretty standard inbound far wing to Whelan from the Bellarmine offensive baseline. And then I guess Brown made contact sufficient enough here to result in a review for maybe a flagrant. Nonetheless, that's going to be the 3rd foul against Miami as a team here in the game. And it comes with 9:41 to go in the first half. 15-11, Miami over Bellarmine. A game that's just kind of had a bizarre start. We had so many fouls in the first 4 minutes. Bellarmine had 5 fouls as a team in the first 4 minutes. RedHawks had 1 of their own. You had both teams trying to shoot 3 balls all day long. They just haven't been going in. Teams are combined 4 for 15 from outside the arc in the game so far. That was the strategy for both sides. And I guess you could say the first 7 or 8 minutes of this game. Both teams are trying to shoot 3-pointers all over the place. They were not falling. So we have the review done. And I guess the inbound will come for Bellarmine here, far side of the offensive. No, they're going to bring it down to the far side of their offensive baseline. The Bellarmine coaches are going nuts. They can't believe. I guess they thought it was a flagrant. I guess it wasn't the flagrant on Delonte Brown who got the foul after the review, and the referees didn't really make any call or anything. Signal. So a 3-pointer left wing outside the arc, too strong from C.J. Fleming of Bellarmine. And the RedHawks here work it up the wing to the far side is Coleman Lance. They're in their offensive end here, near wing outside the arc. Myjai White, 9:20 left in the first half. Top of the key with it, Makai Larry. Bounce past the right elbow. Holding on, McNamara, trying to spin his way around to the Garter. That shot too strong. Zach Jennings providing defense for Bellarmine. He's got the ball here after the rebound at half court. Near wing feed free into the corner. Justin Betts, far side with it, outside the arc. Dylan Penn, near wing for Fleming. He holds on. Far side feed for Betts. With it, here's Dylan Penn. Up top, Freem, near wing, Fleming. He'll fire off a 3-ball. Well too far left. It's an air ball, but caught in midair by Dylan Penn. He tried an up and under move for Bellarmine at the offensive hoop. That couldn't go. And Precious Aya corralled the rebound for the RedHawks. They're up the floor on offense. Larry, the floater pass, left side of the elbow. McNamara kicks it out, top of the key. Here's Coleman Lance to Larry, inside the arc. Will fire it off, and good for 2. Makai Larry. The jumper from 15 away on the left wing makes it 17-11 Miami. Bellarmine near wing, Dylan Penn outside the arc, kicks it up top for Justin Betts. They work it around the arc to the near wing for Freem. He'll go to the free throw line area with his feet. Now it's Fleming, left side of the paint for Betts. Mac will go in the paint, kicks it far away, 3-ball, Fleming, too far right. Rebound grabbed here by Myjay White up the floor for the RedHawks. White top of the key for Aya, Coleman lands. Thought about the 3, works it around the arc near wing, back up top, key for Precious Aya. Coleman Lance feeds it down left side of the paint. McNamara holds on with 2 arms with 14 to shoot. He'll spin around, left-handed hook shot, air ball over the hoop. And Bellarmine with a rebound here. Fleming up the floor for the Knights in a 17-11 game led by Miami. Freem to the near corner. Here's Jennings. Back up top the key, far away 3-ball is good. Nothing but net there for Alec Freem. And a timeout Miami after that bucket. Bellarmine closes the RedHawk lead to 17-14 with 7:31 to go. Here in the first half on an Alec Freem 3-pointer. Turns into immediate timeout with 7:31 left here in our first half. 3-point lead for the RedHawks from Millett. We're back in a moment. This is Miami Basketball on RedHawk Radio. .7:31 remains in our first half. Millett 17-14 Miami over Bellarmine. Patrick Geshan with you on RedHawk Radio this afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Leading all scores in this game is Alec Freem of Bellarmine. He has 8 points, 3 for 4 from the field this afternoon, including 2 for 3 from outside the arc. And Freem made that last 3-pointer to make it a 3-point game. And Jack Owens of Miami called a timeout. First one used in the game by either team. So that's where we stand here so far in the kind of middle stages of our first half. Danny Grant for the RedHawks. We'll have it here near half court. Feed it middle for Makai Larry. Takes it free throw line, kicks it near wing. 3-ball there is good. Nothing but net for Myjay White. White now 2 for 4 from outside the arc. 20-14. RedHawks back by 6. Near wing Bellarmine works it around the arc. It's Holt to the far side here for Fleming. Up near wing Freem to the corner for Holt. Back up near side for Penn outside the arc. Bellarmine here, a team that just likes to work it around the arc, their offensive possessions, and then do something when the shot clock gets low. 6 to shoot, driving the paint, hook shot right arm, Penn missed it, short. Larry up the floor for the RedHawks, coast to coast. He pulled up for the right elbow and sunk it in for 2. 6:35 to go first half, 22-14 the RedHawk lead. Far wing is Fleming to the corner. With it here is Dylan Penn, kicks it up top of the key for Holf. Near wing in the corner now, with it is Frame. He'll go from the corner, a baseline drive up and under move with the left arm off the window for 2. 22-16 RedHawks. 6:12 to go here in the first half. Far corner with it is Larry. He's locked up and get a timeout here called by Majay White, who had the ball in that corner. He got the feed. He had 2 Bellarmine players that locked him up. He couldn't go anywhere, called a timeout. The second one used of the game by Miami. That comes here with 6:10 to go in the first half. A Miami team that does have this 8-point lead, but you could maybe point out a few concerns for the RedHawks. Number 1, field goal shooting. They're 9 for 21 from the field so far in the game. Number 2, kind of the ball possession has not been there at times this afternoon. You can tell the RedHawks really aren't too sharp in some of the offensive possessions they've had with ball security today. Mentioned this is the first time Miami playing on this floor since December the 1st. That was 17 days ago, that 1-point loss to Cincinnati. And after this game, Miami is home on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. They'll play Spalding University out of Kentucky. So far corner with it, Majay White for Miami out of the timeout. 15 to shoot, 6:05 to go here in the first half. Right wing Mackay Larry for the RedHawks, takes a free throw line, kicks it near corner, 3 ball there, that's good for Precious Aya. He was right on the line, we'll see if they give him 2 or 3. They give him 2, so it's 24-16. Bellarmine works it here in the offensive end, far side outside the arc Fleming. Works it near wing here for Holf, as Bellarmine does this thing where they just work it around the arc. Pass it with all 5 guys outside. 8 to shoot, far wing Betts will now drive baseline, hit the brakes, edge of the paint, kick it out top of the key. Fleming will make a flamboyant right hand shot off the glass from the post after a drive in. That missed well short. Grant up ahead for the RedHawks, passes in the paint on the offensive end. We get a foul here on offense for Miami. As Curtis Harrison, the 4th, was in the paint, he drove over Justin Betts with his shoulder trying to get to the post. And maybe a look for 2 points. That'll be the offensive violation on the RedHawks, the team's 4th foul of the first half. And Bellarmine will inbound here from their own baseline. He'll have Alec Freed toss it in for the Knights. 5:18 to go first half. 24-16 Miami. What is a pretty decent crowd for Miami basketball game at Millett this year. On the timeline left, wing comes Freed, kicks it back out near half court. Betts near wing outside the arc. Dylan Penn here for Bellarmine. Penn to the near wing for Freed. 3 ball, he sinks it. Free for 3, 24-19 Miami. Inside 5 to go here in the first half. Grant far wing outside the arc for the RedHawks. Works his way to the near corner. Larry there, kicks it down low. Baseline Aya, the patience off the window, and the foul in 1. Precious Aya with a chance at a 3-point play. He was double teamed in the post. They're going to give the foul to number 42, Kurt Holf, the forward. The center down there that applied the majority of the contact, as well as Alec Freem was in the area playing defense against Aya. And Precious, the kind of pump fake up and then went for it on the second try after waiting in the post. Off the window for 2. So Aya, the 3-point play chance, 70% free throw shooter on the year. He will make it. And the score now 27-19 Miami. 4:45 to go first half. Bellarmine over the timeline left wing. CJ Fleming with a right-handed dribble. Near wing with it is Dylan Penn outside the arc for the Knights. Penn here. Holds on against Aya. Kicks it right side of the paint for the pass there. Caught by Alec Freem, but a whistle for a Miami foul on his defender. That was Curtis Harrison who picks up the violation as Freem there got the pass for Harrison with a very blatant reach in. So that'll be a foul. Harrison will sit out now, be replaced by Delonte Brown. Near side offensive baseline inbound for Bellarmine, who will take it up to the half-court area. This is Betts. Pass far side for Frame at the elbow. Now a 3-ball left wing as an air ball missed too far right by Fleming. Picked up though by Bellarmine after the missed shot. And a 2-point opportunity from 5 feet away. Far wing Betts missed that right near the hoop. Off the window too strong. Larry back up the floor for the RedHawks. He got stripped near the baseline. Bellarmine back up the far wing Betts. Cross-court feed to Fleming. Free throw line, kicks it far corner. Sam DeVault is on that. Gets it up top of the key. With it here is Dylan Penn for Bellarmine. Far wing Betts, the near side Frame. 3-ball, he will send it, nothing but net. Alec Frame on fire tonight from outside the arc. 4 for 5. Bellarmine bench is going crazy. It's 27-22 Miami. 3:35 to go first half. Grant far wing for Mackay Larry. Near wing Grant holds it above his head. Kicks it back to the far side. Larry, 3-ball good for Mackay. And Larry answers with the RedHawk triple. Miami 30, Bellarmine 22. Near wing outside the arc, Sam DeVault. Up top for Frame, left wing 3 try, that's good. CJ Fleming. Bellarmine answers with another triple. 5-point game, 30-25 RedHawks. With 3 to go now in the first half. Grant outside the arc on the far side here for Miami. Kicks it near wing for Mackay Larry. Larry patient, passes free throw line inside there. Myjay White, right side of the paint. Precious Aya works through a couple Bellarmine defenders. A foul whistle here. Aya got a shot off. It went in, but it's no good. And a foul be whistled here against Bellarmine's number 14, Sam DeVault, for the team's 8th here of the first half. 2:47 to go in an offensive showcase here from Millett, 30-25. Miami on top of Bellarmine. Back with the rest of the first half in a moment. This is Miami Basketball on Red Hawk Radio. .247 left here in our first half from Millett. 30-25, Miami over Bellarmine. Patrick Geshan with you from inside Millett Hall this Saturday. Yet a very close game so far. Both teams lately have been pretty hot from the field. RedHawks are 6 for 7 as a team in their last 7 field goals, and Bellarmine 4 for 5 from outside the arc in their last 5 attempts. You have 101 free throws here on the timeout for Precious Aya of Miami. The first one is good. 8 fouls as a team now against Bellarmine in this first half, so that puts Miami in the 1-1 bonus. And Sam DeVault got his second personal for Bellarmine there to bring us to the timeout. Aya goes 2 for 2, puts Miami up 32-25 with 2:40 left here in our first half. Bellarmine on offense. Justin Betts plays it inside the arc, near wing for Dylan Penn, and we get a whistle here as the ball sails out of bounds at the baseline. A pass down low, they get tipped off a RedHawk hand. So Bellarmine will inbound near side of their baseline in the offensive end. They'll work it up top to keep for Freem. Far wing pass, Justin Betts. Two-handed feed to Fleming. Near wing outside the arc, Penn. Up top, 6 to shoot. Penn down the left side of the paint, driving it on White. The right-handed hook shot short, but a foul whistled on Myjai White. There'll be 2 shots here at the line. They'll call the shooting foul against Dylan Penn, who made a nice physical effort to get down low, try to get something off with the shot clock nearly expiring there. 2:21 to go first half. 2 shots for Dylan Penn. First one too strong. Dylan Penn is 73.7% free throw shooter on the year. Makai Larry checks in for Miami, coming out Myjai White. Second of 2 for Dylan Penn. That's short. And down with the rebound here is Dane Grant for the RedHawks. 0 for 2 goes Penn at the line that trip. Top of the key with it, Makai Larry for Miami. Far wing for Dane Grant. Top of the key now, Aya works it around near wing outside the arc. Coleman lands. Now Larry back top of the key with 10 to shoot. 2 minutes left here first half. Larry around the arc right wing, feeds it inside. Coleman lands, quick look to the post. Precious Aya, bobble the pass, gets it back, 2 to shoot. Ball squirts free out of bounds. Off of Aya, goes back to Bellarmine. As the shot clock expired, Aya got the feed in the post. He had a couple guys on him. Initially, Aya kind of let the ball slip out of his hands. He got it back, but then really nowhere to go after that. He let it go out of bounds, far sideline. So Bellarmine with it here, 32-25, the RedHawk lead, 1:40 left first half. Near wing with it, Dylan Penn here for the Knights. He's got it top of the key. For Alec Freem, down low right side of the post, Sam DeVault. Works it for Bellarmine, kicks it out near wing for Fleming. Top of the key, Penn, far side, Freem. Works it baseline, and a goaltending call here. Freem had it off the window, and McNamara came in to block it as soon as it was about to go into the hoop, so they called the goaltending there, and the bucket counts. 1:23 to go first half, 32-27 Miami. Larry will inbound from his own baseline at Dane Grant. RedHawks with the ball. Grant over the timeline here on the left wing for the RedHawks. Near wing feed, Coleman lands. He's got it top of the key. Far wing play for Makai Larry. Works it around the arc. Near wing, Coleman lands. Holds it above his head with 2 arms. Free throw line feed, McNamara. Kicks it far wing, outside the arc. Dane Grant holds on with 2 arms. 6 to shoot. Grant, a lot of traffic over there for Bellarmine on defense. He'll find a free throw line pass. Coleman lands the arcing shot. Very high in the air. It drops through. It's 34-27 Miami. Bellarmine up the floor. Fleming over the timeline left wing. Down the far side. Pulls up. 3 ball is good. CJ Fleming. He's been on fire. And the game for Bellarmine. Fleming up to 7 points. 32 seconds left. First half. Shot clock 21 for Miami. 34-30. They lead it. Coleman lands near wing for Larry outside the arc. Gets it free throw line. McNamara right side of the paint. Near wing Grant guns a pass to the post. Precious Aya strip, but a foul called on that. Aya was going up for the shot. Coming in was Sam DeVault of Bellarmine, who stripped it free, but too much contact. So the foul here will be the 9th as a team against Bellarmine in the first half with 18.9 seconds left in it. And you got Aya here at the free throw line to shoot 2. Shot clock is turned off. Precious Aya from the free throw line, 3 for 3 today. And a 34-30 game led by Miami. First shot, Aya pops it in and out. So Precious will have one more after this. Precious I has started every game for Miami. He had 8 points against Clemson on Tuesday. I already with 9 in this game here this afternoon. Too strong there. He goes 0 for 2 at the line. Shot clock off. 13 seconds left. Bellarmine over the timeline, middle of the floor. It's Betts in a 4-point game led by Miami. Far side outside the arc frame. 6 seconds left. Top of the key Penn. Works it down the left edge of the paint. Off the window for 2 and a foul. Dylan Penn, the bucket will count for Bellarmine. A chance for a 3-point play. Or is that an offensive foul? Referee wasn't very clear. No, it is a foul on Miami. Referee never made the blocking motion as Penn knocked over his defender there on the play, so it could have gone either way. Bellarmine initially thought it was on Miami, and it was. But there was never like a blocking foul motion by the referee. He just put his arm up. So with exactly 3 seconds left in the first half, you get a chance at a 3-point play here for Dylan Penn. At the free throw line for Bellarmine, and the first and only shot in his trip is too hard. McNamara with a second to go with the rebound. Grant, the half-court shot. He flails it 2 inches left of the hoop. And that'll do it for our first half from Millett Hall. A very close, great game we have here. 34-32, Miami over Bellarmine after 20 minutes from Oxford. Point of first half, both teams are very quiet from the field in the first 5 minutes of that first half. Field goal shooting was not a strength on either side at that point, but kind of as the half went on, both teams got hotter and hotter from outside the arc, from near the post, and any field goal shooting they did. And so after 20 minutes, you have Bellarmine trailing Miami 34-32 at the half. Bellarmine 13 for 26 from the field in that first half for 50%. They were 42.9% for three-point land. Miami was 52% field goal shooting, 13 for 25 on the year, 41.7% for three-point territory. They were 5 for 12. The RedHawks were in those first 20 minutes of play. Free throws, 3 for 5 at the line, where the RedHawks 0 for 3 went Bellarmine from the charity stripe in that first half of play. Miami out-rebounding Bellarmine 17-11 in that first half. In terms of the steals, Miami was outstolen by Bellarmine 4-0. And in the fouls department, Bellarmine had 9 fouls as a team. Personally, Miami with 7 turnovers, led by the RedHawks 5-3 in those first 20 minutes of play here from Millett Hall. So, the score, Miami 34, Bellarmine 32. Very close first half. We'll expect the same in the second, with two teams that are competing very hard this afternoon, especially Bellarmine. They brought it this afternoon. They're sick of losing. And so are the RedHawks, you could argue too. RedHawks have lost 4 straight. Bellarmine 0-6 on the road this year. They'd like to put a win column, a mark in the win column on the road this season. The Knights would like to. So 34-32, Miami on top at the half. We'll take a 12-13 minute break for halftime, and then we'll be back with second half action here from Oxford in a moment. This is Miami Basketball on Red Hawk Radio. 34-32, the Miami lead over Bellarmine. Back here with the second half from Millett Hall in Oxford. Patrick Geshan with you. Thank you so much for joining us on your Saturday afternoon. The Red Hawk team that has just really been able to shoot shots and get them to go in at times when they needed to here this afternoon, but at the end of the day, the foul trouble kind of getting to the Red Hawks a little bit. Turnovers were a bit of an issue in that first half, and just Bellarmine kind of outworking Miami on the floor was a major story of that opening 20 minutes as well here on the floor in the game. So our halftime clock will run out. Leading scorer in the game so far for Bellarmine with 16 points is Alec Freem. He leads all scorers in this game. 9 points for Precious Aya. Leads Miami in the point column so far tonight. So the RedHawks will inbound near side of the half-court area. It'll be Myjai White to toss it into Makai Larry. Miami moving left to right across your radio here in the second half. Delonte Brown far side outside the arc for Miami here. Precious Aya now with it at the free throw line. Larry kicks it down low. Aya wide open in the post. Off the window for two with the right arm. And it makes it 36-32. Nobody down low for Bellarmine there. Far wing Knights with it. Offensive end. Penn pass near wing to the post. Hof holds on. Works his way up high. Kicks it outside the arc. Fleming on the left wing. For Freem outside the arc right wing with it. Dylan Penn trying to drive his way in through the post. Spin around pass coming down the right side, but blocked. Right there, Precious Aya got his hands on Kurt Hof. Was trying to go for a two-handed jam, and Aya shut him down. Larry near wing three, misses short for the RedHawks. Bellarmine with a rebound. They're back at the floor. Bats the pass far side. Dylan Penn spins around McLogan in the paint. Flails it off the rim short. And Aya down with the rebound will take a breath here for Miami as Larry trots it over the timeline on the left wing. Aya near wing for Delonte Brown, holds it above his head. Far side Aya, now Myjai White with it for Miami. Kicks it back out, Larry. Back far wing, Myjai White, left side, just holds on. Kicks it out, top of the key, Larry with 10 to shoot. We'll wait here near half court at the Miami logo. Larry, 3 to shoot. Still top of the key. Far side pass. Karanis, the shot clock expires. Three-pointer off the side of the backboard. And the RedHawks whistled for the shot clock violation here. The ball will go back to Bellarmine in a 4-point game led by the RedHawks. 18:31 to go in the second. Bellarmine works it up the floor. Far wing. Outside the arc is Betts. To the near side, here's Freem. Makes it top of the key for Hof. Far wing with it now, Dylan Penn to the corner. They'll kick it up to the top of the key again. Hof with it. Free throw line now is Penn. 10 to shoot. Got it down low. The feed though picked off by Precious Aya. His long reach. RedHawks up the wing. Right side with it is Larry. Kicks it far side. Outside the arc, Delonte Brown to the corner. He'll fire off a jumper short. That was a three-pointer, but the offensive rebound collected here by the RedHawks. And top of the key with it is Makai Larry just holding on with his right arm. And near the half-court area, the shot clock reset to 20, so now there's 8 to shoot. Larry far away for Day-Day Grant, works his way through the paint. Will stop right at the MAC logo and flail off a right-handed floater that's good. Creative footwork there by Grant to open up the lane for the shot. Bellarmine with it here in a 6-point RedHawk lead. Pass to the post, that was kept in by Freem. Plays it far wing, up top is Betts. To the corner now is Freem. Far wing is CJ Fleming. Back up top, Freem kicks it near side. Betts down low in the post, waiting there. Fleming with 6 to shoot, trying to pass it back outside. And then Myjai White picked that off. Jump started Brown up the wing far side. White went down after letting go of the pass. And there's going to be a foul on Bellarmine from that. So you have that foul whistled for the first Bellarmine foul as a team here in the opening, or in the second half. I don't know who they called on that. Looks like they got Freem for his first personal. Miami with the ball on offense. Top of the key, Brown. Near wing, Coleman lands. Gets the free throw line, kicks it far wing. Aya the drive through the baseline. He put it off the bottom of the rim. Here comes Bellarmine. Over the timeline, right wing Betts. Near wing, wide open three look. Freem sinks it. Alec Freem. 38-35. It's a one-possession game in favor of Miami. Brown top of the key. Far wing there is Precious Aya. Returns it back to Delonte Brown. Day-Day Grant outside the arc. Top of the key. Brown far wing. Fake the three. Gets it off. That is good. Delonte Brown sinks it there. Back to a 6-point RedHawk lead at 41-35. Brown the shuffle step to his left after the initial fake. Freem top of the key. They work it far wing. Fleming to the corner. Here's Betts. Now back up top. Hof Worked around the arc near wing. Here's Penn. 13 to shoot, Bellarmine. Now the kick it, Freem. The catch and release. 3 ball is good for Alec Freem. Man, this guy is just burning up from outside the arc. Freem is 6 for 7 from 3-point land tonight. Makes it back to a 3-point game. Freem now up to 19 points, 2 to lead all scorers. Going to the far corner. Brown kicks it near wing. White, 3 ball. Way too hard. Rebound off the rim, right to Bellarmine hands. And it's Betts to pass it up the near wing for Penn. Penn cuts middle to the right wing outside the arc for the Knights. Quick feed down low. The up and under move is good. Justin Betts was left alone in the post. 41-40 Miami. Bellarmine bench going crazy right now as Grant with the ball over the timeline for the RedHawks. Coleman lands near corner. White up top for Coleman lands, holds on, back to White in the near corner again for the RedHawks. And his pass to the middle get picked off by Betts. Starts it up ahead, Dylan Penn, reach free throw line, hit the brakes, right wing, pass it down the edge of the post. It's Kurt Hof with a right-handed shot off the window and in for 2. And Bellarmine with their first lead in the game at 42-41. Timeout Miami. My goodness, what a change of momentum in the last 2 minutes. As Bellarmine on top for the first time in this game with 14:53 to go in the second. 7-0 run in the last 1 minute and 34 seconds for the Knights. And just like that, they're on top of the basketball game here from Oxford in the early part of our second half. Turns into a media timeout as well. 14:53 to go, second half, 42-41. Knights lead it. This is Miami basketball on Red Hawk Radio. $14:53 to go, second half here from Oxford. 42-41, the Bellarmine lead over Miami. And a 7-0 run for the Knights here in this last minute and a half. RedHawk to the ball on offense out of the timeout. Miami has 2 timeouts left in the game. Near wing outside the arc here is Dana Grant for the RedHawks. Through the paint, he got fouled. The ball stripped away from him. And it exited the baseline. Heavy contact there from C.J. Fleming, who got an arm up high. We get the whistle for that and another media timeout, this time with 14:41 to go in the second. Still a 1-point lead for Bellarmine. RedHawks to the ball on offense when we come back. And this is Miami basketball on Red Hawk Radio. 42-21 the score. Bellarmine over Miami with 14:41 to go here in the second. Patrick Geshan with you from inside Millett Hall. So we've had 2 straight media timeouts here in the last 14 seconds or so on the clock. And Miami inbound on their offensive end to my right. It'll be the near side of their offensive baseline. Makai Larry ready to pitch this one in. Finds Grant near corner with 20 to shoot for the RedHawks. Grant top of the key, guns it down low in the post with James Beck. He coughed it up. And here comes Pets the other way for Bellarmine. Cuts middle to the right wing, outside the arc with it. Penn will drive his way to the paint. Left-handed shot short. Beck will flail up, grab the rebound for the RedHawks. And the pass near wing here from Makai Larry up the floor for the RedHawks. Larry, the far wing feed for Dane Grant. Here's Coleman Lance. Back outside the arc, near side Larry. Holds on and waits. Near corner now is Coleman Lance. Back up top of the key. Larry tried to drive for the paint. He knocked over a man, and that's an offensive foul on Miami. Larry barreled over Justin Betts, the 6'3", 190 guard. And a violation against Larry, his first, Miami's first as a team here in the second half. Will get the ball back to Bellarmine. A Knights team that leads by 1 with 14:05 to go here in the second. I mean, just the last 2 minutes of the game, the RedHawks have just not had things go their way in all aspects, and that's why Bellarmine has the lead right now. So the inbound will come from Bellarmine in their own end of the floor at the baseline. You'll have Freem inbounded into the hands there of Justin Betts. He's up the floor for the Knights. Betts will pitch it inside the arc in the far wing for Dylan Penn. Near wing 3 ball is in and out. That came off the hands of Freem. RedHawks working up the floor. Coleman lands over the timeline right wing. Gets it top of the key for McNamara. He holds on and waits. Far wing is Makai Larry. Top of the key RedHawks. Coleman lands in the corner. 3 ball Brown. Short. Popped up in the air. Rebound corralled by Betts at Bellarmine. Up the right wing is Penn over the timeline. He'll cut to the paint. Kick it near wing for Fleming. Back far wing Freem outside the arc. Betts now for Bellarmine. Here's Holf. Near corner with it is Freem. Pass to the baseline. Left side of the paint. Betts spins around on Larry. The up and under play. Short off the backboard. He gets his own rebound though. And a fresh shot clock. 15 to shoot. Right wing Holf for Bellarmine. Cuts through the paint. It's the Breaks Back logo off the glass for 2 on a hook shot there against McNamara. 3-point Bellarmine lead with 13 to go in the second half. And the Knights extend the run to 9-0 run in the last 3:21. RedHawks with an alley-oop play, and McNamara there was fouled as Larry set him up from outside the arc. McNamara leaping up. Had contact there with the Knights number 1, Justin Betts. You had Freem number 2 in the area there as well, but it's Betts who gets the foul. And 2 shots to the line here for McNamara. Interesting there that the RedHawks draw up a alley-oop play down by 3 with 12:52 to go in the second, but McNamara here with his first free throw at the line is good. Eli McNamara, 6'9", 215 senior from Pickerington, Ohio. Has been off the bench in every game this year. Only a 40% free throw shooter coming into the contest today, and that one is good on the second. So it makes it a 1-point game again, 44-43 Bellarmine. 12:48 left here in the second. Near wing outside the arc is Dylan Penn. Kicks it over on the far side, Fleming. Back up top to keep Freem to the near side for Betts. Betts will wait. Back up top there for Holf. Far wing is Freem. Down to the right side of the paint. Whistle here for a foul on Miami. Some contact that came away from the hoop. And you got the inbound coming far side of the Bellarmine offensive baseline. Betts will throw it in with 20 to shoot. The foul there is whistled on the RedHawks to be their second as a team here in the half. Top of the key with it. Fleming here for Bellarmine. Coleman lands, by the way, just got his first personal. Fleming was stripped, but picking up the ball. Holf right next to him. Far wing now is Penn coming in for Bellarmine. 6 to shoot. Penn works his way hard. Left side of the post, off the glass for 2. Bellarmine all over Miami in the post battle in the second half of the game. 46-43, Knights on top. Grant top of the key for the RedHawks. Near wing feed Larry in the corner. Kicks it over on the Far side now Brown, top of the key Larry, far corner Coleman lands, back up top Larry, Coleman lands left wing outside the arc, 6 on the shot clock. Larry around the arc, right wing will flail off the 3, too far right, Brown right there to pick up the rebound though, he'll go off the window for a pair with the right arm. 46-45 Bellarmine, far side, cutting through the paint, a flailed shot with the left arm off the window is good for 2, Dylan Penn. Cut middle from the far wing, and the left-handed hook shot was good. Low probability, but sunk it on the red-hot Carter. That was Grant. Coleman lands near wing. Will pass it over far side near the Miami bench for Larry. Now it's Coleman lands, kicks into the corner to bounce pass. Brown back up top. Coleman lands. Right wing 3 is good for Isaiah Coleman lands. And he has 5 points of the game now. Coleman lands first 3-point bucket of the game. Miami is tied at 48. 11 minutes left here in the second half. Top of the key is C.J. Fleming. Kicks in near corner. Alec Freem. Down low for Dylan Penn. Holds on with both arms. Penn through the middle of the paint. Spins it back. Left side of the post. McNamara battles there with Kern Hof. And Hof wins it with 2 fakes. And then the third time he popped up, put it off the backboard for 2. 50-48 Bellarmine. Larry far side pass. Grant got it, then was contacted there by Justin Betts trying to grab the reach in and pick it off. That'll be the third against Betts in the game. We get a media timeout after that. What a game we got going here on a Saturday at Millett. 10:31 to go, second half. 50-48 Bellarmine on top of Miami. We're back in a moment. This is Miami basketball on Red Hawk Radio. .10:31 to go, second half, 50-48, Bellarmine over Miami. Patrick Geshan back with you here on this Saturday afternoon from Oxford, Ohio. So on the media timeout, it'll be the Miami offensive inbound here on the far side near their bench. Coleman lands will send it forward, top of the key for Makai Larry. 10.5 to go again in our second half. It's going to be a close one to the end, as it has been all game long. Larry top the key with 8 to shoot now for Miami. He's held on to it this long. Now fires it far away outside the arc. Coleman lands fouled. Started driving in, contact there with number 1, Justin Betts. And that's Betts' 4th. He's one of the starters for Bellarmine, so they're going to have to send someone in to take care of that. Betts exits. He's replaced by Bash Whelan, the Lakota East Thunderhawk. And Coleman Lands will fire this in for the far side again with a 20-second shot clock now for the RedHawks. Larry far wing outside the arc. Delonte Brown kicks it top of the key. Precious Aya, the handoff for Larry outside the arc with 10 to shoot. Larry McLogan in the paint, kicks it near wing. Coleman Lands, 3-ball, too far left. And then right there to pick up the loose ball on the floor was Brown, who fired it in for 2. Right in the post. Bellarmine there with kind of a lapse in their post defense play. So we're tied at 50. Just past the halfway mark here in the second half. Here's Penn, kicks it far wing, outside the arc is Fleming for Bellarmine. Down low to the post, here's Frame. Spin around play, top of the key, with it is Penn to the near wing, tipped in. Now in the corner, Whelan is fouled on his way en route to the hoop. It was either Dana Grant or Precious Aya. They're going to call Aya for a block. There was nobody that flailed over there on the floor, but enough contact there from Aya. You got the inbound here near side of the offensive baseline for Bellarmine. CJ Fleming is on it here. Lays it up near wing at the elbow. Penn to spin around. The flail, the shot is good for Dylan Penn to put Bellarmine back on top. The right-handed play, nothing but net with the Miami defense kind of evading the post there. 52-50 Bellarmine. Brown top of the key. RedHawks 18 to shoot. Gets a 3 off short. Right there for the rebound. Free corrals it for the Knights. Passes far wing for Penn over the timeline right side. Penn will get it through the McLogan, the paint, spin around, kick it baseline. Far wing is Betts. Now outside the arc, Penn. Top of the key, Fleming. Near wing outside the arc is Bash Whelan here for Bellarmine. He'll charge his way left side of the paint. Kick it back, Freem. Top of the key, with it is Fleming. With 8 to shoot for the Knights. Fleming down the lane and opened up and off the window for 2 with the right arm. The RedHawks there rolled out the red carpet right down the lane for Fleming, and he fired it off the glass for a pair of points to put Bellarmine up by 4 in a 2-possession game now. Larry top the key for Miami, 8.5 to go, second. Larry here through the middle, trouble, off balance shot, too hard off the backboard. Bellarmine with a rebound, they're up the wing on the right side. Penn, bounce pass down low, bobbled there by Tipton, kicks it out far wing. Here's Fleming. Pulls up from the right side of the paint, 5 feet away, off the glass for 2. Bellarmine now in a 6-hole run, and they're up 56-50. 8:02 to go, second half. Top of the key, Miami with it. Coleman Lance around the arc to the far wing. Near side, Grant kicks it corner. Brown sidesteps back up top of the key in the feed. Coleman Lance, far wing, Larry open look for 3, too strong. A rebound pops out to the free throw line, and Fleming feeds it ahead for a breakaway 2-pointer by Tipton. And Bellarmine up 58-50 with 7:36 to go in the second half. Grant top of the key for Miami. Gives it back there for Makai Larry. Left-handed dribble top of the key. Far wing outside the arc is Grant. The RedHawks need to find an answer very soon. Grant through the lane, near wing pass Larry. Back for Grant, free throw line through the paint with a nice physical charge there. Off the glass for 2 with the right arm, and the layup against 2 Bellarmine defenders in the post. 58-52 Knights. Top of the key with it, here's Penn. To the near wing, spins around on Grant. Right-handed shot goes in for Dylan Penn. Man, Bellarmine just dominating the paint and the post in the second half. And it's Larry over the timeline left wing for the RedHawks. Bounces near wing for Precious Aya. Back up top here for Day Grant. Kind of stepped in on Freem. Now the drive. Grant rejected clean. The ball out of bounds off Bellarmine, but that was a clean block by Alec Freem. Swatted it out of midair on the Grant shot from 3 feet away. Bellarmine on top, 60-52 with 6:41 to go in the second. And this is Miami basketball on Red Hawk Radio. We're back in a moment. 6:41 to go, second half here from Millett. 60-52, Bellarmine over Miami. A 10-2 run for the Knights in the last 3 minutes and 16 seconds. They have been all over the RedHawks in the game so far these last 3 to 4 minutes. It's been impressive to watch. The court tilted in the Knights' favor. Bellarmine trying to get their first road win of the year. They are 0-6 away from Louisville this season. So Miami with the ball here out of the timeout. Near wing it is Geshan White. Kicks it far side outside the arc for Eli McNamara. Now it's Grant with 2 to shoot. Free throw line, and he will not be able to get a shot off in time. Or did they call a foul? They did on Bellarmine, and they got Dylan Penn. Really late call there by the referee. Initially it appeared as though Grant didn't get the shot off in time, and he guessed he didn't, but the foul was whistled on his attempt to get it off the backboard. So a 20-second shot clock now for Miami. They've got an offensive end, far wing. It's Dane Grant with the ball here, top of the key. Grant works his way around the arc. Far wing pass here for Geshan White. 6 to shoot, White. Right elbow pass near wing, Grant, top of the key. Larry running out of options. He'll charge it to the left side. Play in the post, and Iowa shut down there as the shot clock expired. He had a clean block, clean physical block by Bash Whelan, tag teaming with Kurt Hof under the Bellarmine hoop, and no foul. I mean, they just shut down Precious Eye, the big man too, at 6'6", 240. This Bellarmine team dominating the post, said that all afternoon. 60-52, they lead it. 6 minutes left here in the second half. Here's Whelan. Top of the key, the near wing play for Penn. Gave it up for CJ Fleming. Near wing outside the arc, far wing, Whelan. Wide open three was short. Rebound went off his own man, Hof in front. He corralled it. As soon as it went near the baseline, it almost went out of bounds. So Bellarmine back on offense. Penn from outside the arc to drive left wing. Let it go out of bounds. Went off a RedHawk hand. As Penn trying to go up for the shot. Good defense by McNamara working on him there in the post. Stripped him. There was no foul called. Went out the baseline. Will stay with the Knights. They have 12 to shoot. 5:40 left here in the second half. The inbound comes from Dylan Penn to the near corner. With it, here's Fleming. Holds on with 9 to shoot. Gets off the three ball short. Rebound crashed in for, and too much contact there. Bash Whelan for Bellarmine. Came in from outside the arc. Knocked over the very tall 6'9" McNamara for the foul. And now you got things kind of interesting here, because that's the 7th team foul against Bellarmine in the second half, meaning Miami gets the single bonus now in 1-and-1 free throws. And they send McNamara to the line with 5:34 to go here in the second. 3 fouls as a team for Miami, so that's the strength of the RedHawks in this game, is they really haven't had too much in terms of foul trouble. Bellarmine did not get the bonus in the first half, and kind of far from it here in the second half. McNamara misses the first, the 1-and-1, but the rebound right to Dane Grant. Kicks it out top the key for White. Grant near wing outside the arc, three ball, but he's fouled. Shot did not go in. The shot was short, but Grant knocked over there by Alec Freem. Too much contact. And you'll have free throws at the line here for Dane Grant. It was a close shot. Grant fell backward though after the contact came in from Freem. Was short off the rim. So with 5:27 to go here in the second, Grant will fire off one of 3 free throws. First one good for Dane Grant. Nothing but net. He is a 93.8% free throw shooter on the year. Grant this afternoon with 10 points. One of 2 RedHawks in double figures with Precious Aya, who has 11. Grant's second misses. And Miami's now 6 for 10 from the free throw line this afternoon. And what is now a 60-53 Bellarmine lead. You have McNamara out, Delonte Brown in before the final free throw here from Grant. 5:27 left here in the second half. Next one from Dane is good, so he goes 2 for 3. 60-54, Bellarmine on top. Here come the Knights up the floor over the timeline on the right wing. It's Penn. Kicks the pass middle here for Freem. Near wing now Betts. Played it up top of the key for Hof. Around the arc, Freem. Over on the far wing, Fleming. Here's Freem with it, back up top, Fleming, 11 on the shot clock here for Bellarmine. Taking their time working it inside. Penn at the Mac logo, flails up a shot, it's good. The floater for Penn, 62-54. And here comes Coleman Lance to the far side for the RedHawks here, outside the arc for Myjay White. Give and go, Coleman Lance charges his way through left side of the paint. Kicked it back out left wing, Grant drives his way through the paint. The right-handed shot is good. Grant started that far wing near the Miami bench and then arced his way to the middle and went through the lane to get off the glass for two. Bellarmine back on offense here. Freem trying to play it down low. Whistle for a foul as he hit Fleming for the pass under the RedHawk hoop. Miami with too much contact, and they're going to call Aya for the foul. Beg your pardon, actually Coleman Lance got the foul. So Coleman Lance will pick up there his fifth. And you will get the inbound here for Bellarmine near side of their offensive baseline. It's Betts. Will flail this one in for CJ Fleming for the Knights. Fleming up top the key here for Dylan Penn with 4:20 to go in the second. Penn far wing outside the arc. Works it here to the top of the key area. Freem near wing. Betts outside the arc. Charges through the paint. And his pass to the right side of the post picked off by Brown. RedHawks up ahead. Here's White near wing. Up top of the key for Dane Grant. Now it's Brown charging in. Far corner. He played it over the hoop. You got a tie up for it here in the post. RedHawks end up with it. Top of the key. White three ball. Too strong. Rebound and a foul. With 3:53 to go, we get a whistle here. It's going to be against the RedHawks, I think. We'll have to check on that, though, coming back for the timeout. No, it's on Bellarmine. Alex Freem got it. So Miami with free throws coming up when we come back. 3:53 to go, second half. 62-56. We're back in a moment. Bellarmine on top. Miami basketball on RedHawk Radio. .353 to go here in the second half. 62-56, Bellarmine over Miami. The Knights team that has really been the dominant team here in the second half. If you're just joining us, RedHawks still maybe tilting the floor a little bit more in their direction. You had free throws coming up out of the timeout for Miami. Brett Josiah will set up for them. They'll shoot 1-1 after the 9th foul against Bellarmine as a team here in the second half. Going into that timeout committed by Alec Freem, which was his 3rd of the game. So the first of the 1-1 is short by Precious Eye. The rebound tipped off the backboard, and Bellarmine ends up with it. And you got Freem with it here, the pass near wing for Dylan Penn. Cuts over the timeline on the right wing, pass here for CJ Fleming. Far wing, Dylan Penn holds on the ball here for Bellarmine. Top of the key now is Holt. Near wing outside the arc, Freem. 10 to shoot. Far wing with it here is CJ Fleming. Down low to the corner, working here is Penn. Right side of the post, and he'll get it in for the and one. Late foul called there, and Dylan Penn a chance for a 3-point play. You got maybe 50 fans from Bellarmine that traveled here from Louisville, and they are all screaming on their feet. And they got the foul here on the RedHawks for their, I think, 4th as a team here in the half. I don't know. The free throw missed though by Penn to complete the 3-point play. Bellarmine the rebound tipped around here under the hoop. RedHawks finally end up with it. It's Dana Grant who passes it up the near wing. Coleman lands back for Grant. 3:14 to go in the second. 64-56 Bellarmine. Grant spin around left side of the post, gets a shot to go. He was 5 feet away from the hoop. So here we go. Grant got that foul on the last play for Miami. That's his first. Inside 3 minutes left here in the second half. 64-58 Bellarmine. Near wing outside the arc, Justin Betts. Pass to the far wing for Freem. Outside the arc, Fleming. Over on the far wing now is Penn, standing just inside the arc with 5 to shoot. Gets it down low to the post, and Hope the finish off the glass for 2. 66-58. Larry over the timeline near wing for Miami. It's the breaks, top of the key. Larry pull free, and Penn on a breakaway for Bellarmine with the left-handed jam. Dylan Penn, the player of the game in the last 2 minutes. 16 points of the day, and Bellarmine on top by 10. 2:08 to go here in the second. Far wing Grant, the pass down low, Aya up and under, through the hoop for 2. And a timeout Miami. It's their last one of the game with 2:03 left in the second. Jack Owens uses a full timeout in a 68-60 lead for Bellarmine. I mean, what a performance we've seen by the Knights in the second half. RedHawks were leading by 8 points at one time in this game with 3:27 left in the first. And then after that, it was just all Bellarmine. Pretty much just a slow, gradual takeover of this game. And the Knights, ever since the second half started, and as we've gone throughout it, with the exception of a few moments here and there, have been the much better team. More physical, more effort, more willingness to work. They want to win. If they want to get their first road win of the year after starting the season off 0-6 away from Louisville. So a full timeout by the RedHawks. They have no timeouts left. Miami with 5 fouls as a team here in the second half. Bellarmine has 3 timeouts left, and they have 9 fouls as a team. So here in Miami, one of the strategies you can use trying to come back is to get Bellarmine to foul you, and then you'd have 2 shots at the line for every Bellarmine foul. But free throw shooting really hasn't been the RedHawks' forte today. They're 7 for 12 from the line. It'll be a Bellarmine inbound here from their own baseline to my right. Miami a full court press going here with 2:03 to go in the second. RedHawks trail by 8. The inbound will come from Dylan Penn at the baseline. We'll get it into the far wing to a wide open Alec Freem. Back for Penn. Across the timeline, caught here by Hope to the far side for Freem. Back for Penn, now half court with it, CJ Fleming. Holds onto it with 18 to shoot, right on the big red M. Near the half-court area. Fleming now near wing, still near half-court. Kicks it past the bounce. Penn far side outside the arc. 8 to shoot. Top to keep Freem. Kicks it near wing. Drive from there. Holt back out into the near wing. 3-pointer in and out. That time for Fleming off balance. RedHawks the rebound. Larry over the timeline left wing. Hits the breaks at the free throw line. The pull-up is good for Makai Larry. 68-62 Bellarmine. 1:20 left here in the second. Passive ahead, Knights working. Freem, Mac logo in the paint. Back up top of the key with it now, number 25, CJ Fleming. To the near wing for Penn with 15 to shoot, 1:10 to go in the second. Penn, the right-handed dribble, holds on, works his way down the wing. Through the paint, kicks it out to the far corner. Open look for three, Betts. Now dishes off for Freem with 3 to shoot. Betts, top of the key, 3 is good for Dylan Betts. 71-62, Bellarmine, inside a minute left. There's Grant near wing. He'll fire off at 3. That's good for Dane Grant, so the RedHawks answer. Bellarmine now with 43 to go. The play up there to the near wing for Betts. Jack Owens yelling foul. And Delonte Brown will do that to CJ Fleming. And the Bellarmine backcourt with 39.1 seconds left here in the second half. And Bellarmine on top, 71-65. Timeout called here by the Knights. What a clutch three-pointer there by Justin Betts. He's up to 7 points in the game. Dane Grant and a three-pointer of his own to answer for the RedHawks. Grant is up to 19 points for Miami. He's their leading scorer, averaging 15.9 a game. But Dane that time with a great shot from the right wing. The answer with a 3 of his own for Miami to keep it a 6-point game. 71-65, Bellarmine on top. The Knights trying to win 4 of their last 5. RedHawks trying to snap a 4-game losing streak this afternoon. Miami could drop to 500 with a 5-5 record with a loss this afternoon after starting the season off 5-0. I believe the clock was accidentally started during that timeout. I think we had 39-something seconds left here in the season. We had 39.1 left. The clock was accidentally started and then stopped during that timeout, so they'll reset that. 39.1 to go. Bellarmine 2 timeouts left. They're going to inbound far side right in front of the Miami bench in their backcourt. And it's Penn to toss it in for CJ Fleming. Now Betts with it. Back for Fleming. RedHawks trying to foul him. They do from behind near half court. Brown got that. So Delonte Brown now has 4 personal fouls. It's the 7th as a team for Miami. So now 1-and-1 free throws will be shot here by CJ Fleming for Bellarmine. So the single bonus now for the Knights. They will shoot 1-and-1 free throws for every RedHawk foul. 33.5 seconds left. Fleming's first is good. He'll have another one coming up for Bellarmine. Now a 7-point Knights lead. This would be just a tremendous win for the Knights to pull it out here on the road against a Miami team that you could argue would be an upset for Bellarmine. From the Atlantic Sun, just newly turned Division I team. Brown tosses in, Larry over the timeline, right wing, will take it right to the hoop, a charge. Offensive foul, Makai Larry, Justin Betts barreled over in the lane. 29.3 to go. Second against Larry, that was a clear charge. Have to wipe off the floor right there under the Bellarmine hoop. Shot clock is off now. 73-65, the Knights lead it. And they get the inbound here for Bellarmine on their baseline. And Dylan Penn will toss it in for the Knights. Still wiping the floor over there, so be on the far side of the Bellarmine baseline to my right. Penn will fling it in here on Delonte Brown, providing protection. Penn will find in the near wing Betts. Up that left side for Freem, back for Penn. Now it's Fleming who's fouled there by Coleman Lands in the backcourt. Now you get more 1-and-1 free throws coming up for the Knights with 23.7 seconds left. 73-65, Knights lead it. And 1-and-1 free throws coming up for CJ Fleming, the grad student from Cincinnati, who's a 93.9% free throw shooter coming into the game this afternoon. First one is good, so we'll have another one. Now a 9-point lead for the Knights. Fleming shoots again, another main free throw. 10-point game, 75-65. Bellarmine on top, 20 seconds left, second half. Here's Grant, top of the key for Miami. Step back three from the right side is good for Dene. So Bellarmine now with the rebound. They're going to quickly move it up the floor, and a foul whistle here as Brown made contact on Fleming. So that'll stop us here with 12.8 seconds left in the second half. And it's now a 75-68 Bellarmine lead. They'll have more free throws upcoming. That is the 10th foul against Miami here in the half. So now you get 2 shots for sure coming here for CJ Fleming. Who again was just at the free throw line there for Bellarmine, and Fleming is 4 for 4 from the line in the game today. First one good. 76-68. Fleming can throw it back to a 9-point game, and he does with the second free throw. 12.8 to go. Larry with the ball here for the RedHawks. Over the timeline left wing, pulls up for a three-pointer. That's too far left. Rebound crashed in for. It's batted out by Bellarmine to half court. Larry though ends up with it with a second to go. A buzzer shot there by Harrison is short. And the Bellarmine Knights come into Oxford to get their first road win of the season. 77-68 your final here from Oxford, Ohio, with Millett Hall and Bellarmine fans going crazy over by their bench. What a win for a Knights team. They newly founded Division I program in their second year of Division I play after much success in the D2 ranks. And Bellarmine, who's had a lot of adversity this year in their travel schedule, and the opponents they played, and some sicknesses going around the team. They were out one of their top scorers in the game today. They were able to find a way and get the win at Oxford on the road against the RedHawk team that's now lost 5 in a row. And Miami is now 5-5 on the season. A 500 ball club after starting the year off 5-0. What a win for Bellarmine. They're exiting the court now, screaming, yelling, partying. It's going to be a fun bus ride for this Knights team back to Louisville. I can tell you that right now. What a game here this afternoon from Millett. And much congratulations to the Bellarmine Knights and their head coach, Scott Davenport, in his 17th year, saw this team from Division II onto its transition into Division I. And a lot to be proud of if you're Davenport of this Bellarmine Knights team and how they accomplished to win this afternoon. Fans will exit from Millett. 77-68 your final score here from Oxford, Ohio this afternoon. We thank you for listening to this presentation of Miami basketball on RedHawk Radio as Miami falls now 5 in a row for the RedHawks. They are 5-5 overall in the year. Bellarmine improves to 6-7 overall after a 77-68 victory over the RedHawks here on this Saturday from Millett. Appreciate you again listening to this presentation of Miami basketball on RedHawk Radio. We'll see you next time. Patrick Geshan saying so long. Good afternoon from Millett. Your final 77-68 Bellarmine over Miami. Have a great holiday season, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to this presentation of Miami basketball on RedHawk Radio.
This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? Fans, thank you for your